Michael, when did you discover Blind Faith?
Well, they were being. I didn't buy the album. I didn't buy Cream at the time. That was later, as I kind of grew in my early 20s. I started catching up with them.
Right.
Doc Insomnia brought up a good comment here. He said that one of the reasons Cream broke up, or he's saying the reason, I'm not sure it's the reason, but it certainly had something to do with it, was Rolling Stone gave Wheels of Confusion a bad review that upset Clapton.
Really?
Of course, this is around the time of Rolling Stone.
Are you talking about Wheels of Fire? You said Wheels of Confusion.
Wheels of Fire. Did I say Confusion? Sorry.
Yeah. That's okay. We got you.
Yeah. So I don't know. My only thing is Blind Faith. Why didn't they just call this Creamed in Traffic?
Well, or the cream.
We need cream corn. We got cream traffic.
But I've always been a fan of Rick Rutch as a bass player, and the fact that he was a violin player on top of that multi-instrumentalist kind of thing. And I was more of a fan of Traffic, even though I was a big fan of Clapton, but not necessarily Clapton in Cream, except for the hits. I got that. I dug that. But I was a big fan of Traffic, and I followed Clapton with the exception of Cream. I just didn't get into Cream. Great band. I later got this anthology. I said it was a Cream anthology. It wasn't on CD. It was the Crossroads anthology, Clapton's Crossroads, and a lot of Cream was on it. Yeah. And that's when I started getting into Cream as a unit itself. With Blind Faith, and I don't think bands like this could happen. I'll just kind of concur my opening statements here so that the other two gentlemen can get to it. I don't think Cream, Blind Faith, and some of the other bands that might come up in this type of style would happen in today's market. For example, the opening cut by Steve Winwood on this album takes like 8 bars to get in when you've got the groove within 4. And but it was the time of extended, even an opening groove riff needs to be played 8 times, not 4. And so, but that was the day, and the music audience was willing to go for just about anything. I mean, the music gods at this time had humanity by the nards, brother, and they could get away with a lot. I could see that I would have been interested in them if they had been a little bit more compact, like their hits were mixed to be. Right? It's not like there wasn't brilliance in Cream or Traffic or like I said, I dug Traffic. And Low Spark of the High Wheel Boys could have been 20 minutes longer as far as I'm concerned. Right? So that's me in a nutshell with these guys. Eric Clapton's my 3rd favorite guitarist of all time. I love Cream now. I just did, Royce, you were, I'd say you're about a year and a half older than me.
No,
and
that's
back
right.
then, you know what? That was really important back then. And you know what? 50 years later, you're still a year and a half older than me. George Harrison reference.
Damn it. Well, Michael, you're right. That made a big difference. It made a really big difference in what people were listening to. New stuff, coming out, new stuff.
I'd like to make a comment on the original cover. It was everywhere. Today, yes, by today's standards, very distasteful. You couldn't get away with it in a quadrillion years.
Right.
But when I was going to concerts, here's what I saw. I saw 2-year-old girls, 5-year-old girls, 8-year-old girls, 11-year-old girls, 14, 16, 18-year-old girls, 25-year-old women, for everybody to see. For no reason other than it was a new way. We are the age of Aquarius. There was a lot of that mindset. Now, did that mean that there weren't men in hobnailed boots? Not that they would need them. And dirty old men and filthy child molesters at those concerts. Of course, they've always been with us. But I never took the offense to the cover. at all. It just seemed a la natural to me at the time, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
So, and I don't remember a lot of my friends tee-heeing over it. We'd go to the record store. Hey, look, whoa, yeah, wow. Hey, they're a good band. That's kind of what everybody's thing was at the time. So for one generation, and this is my belief system, for one generation's improved moral standing to condemn past generations who were themselves of an advanced moral standing at their time from generations before, I think is a mistake. It is an artifact of time. And if I'm ever lucky enough to come across that album in a record store for 50 cents, man, I would love it. I would love it. You know?
That's something I was confused about, too, because I did a little research on this, about that album cover. Yeah. And I read where it was banned in the USA, but I remember seeing it at the record store.
Oh, no, it was, me too, Dan. I'll swear to that in a court deposition. Yeah. Your Honor, I swear to God I saw it.
Oh, yeah.
Know?
Well,
came close to buying it several times.
I found mine just in a used record place, And it really, what was it about? I probably found it 4 or 5 months ago, and I was really shocked when I came across it.
Right. The mothers from the 80s, all the senators' wives hadn't got in and got all their powers and their prim and proper stuff. I don't like the squashing of art. Art needs to be a little bit more free. However, there's a responsibility to art. So I'm dancing on a dangerous high wire tonight. I don't take offense of this.
Siderman approached a 14-year-old girl on the London Tube about modeling for the cover. When he met with her parents, she proved to be too old for his vision and ended up using her younger sister, Mariora Goshen, who was 11 years old at the time.
Wow.
The girl initially requested a horse as a fee, but it was instead paid £50.
And at that time, that was a good paycheck.
We have 3 copies of this. The one my brother bought me for my 16th birthday, the one I just found in the store a year or so ago, and the band cover. Now you can see I've modified this a little bit with some Christmas stars. But the interesting thing was the way it was in the case. This line right here covered her breasts, and it says
censored.
Censored. It says censored. That's exactly what it says. So
I never saw censored on that cover back in the day.
So it was either just leave her in the cover, which is going to create all kinds of weird glare. It's bad enough I have a ring light on, or do something else. So we changed it up. But you can see, and Dan's exactly right what they were saying about this. It was kind of depicting like a spaceship, something to do with our advanced technology is what that was all about.
Also, if you notice, the spaceship is shaped like a phallic symbol. That was part of it too.
Okay. So it wasn't all technology.
Yeah, but if she was holding a pencil, then that would have been a phallic symbol.
Yeah.
If she had a bullet in her hand, that would have been a phallic. I mean, how many phallic symbols are there? The only reason we're in space is because men can't quit thinking of their penises.